Hey everyone, welcome to an unboxing video. I'm doing more of these because I can. I've been getting a lot of stuff in the mail, so... Well, if you haven't guessed by that logo right there, I did just get in the Nintendo Switch. The neon blue and red edition. And the box itself is very gorgeous. I mean, come on. Nintendo knows how to market their crap. But we're not here to look at the box. We're here to look what's inside of it. So, let's start. So you've probably seen a few of these unboxing videos before. I'm not the first. But I'm probably the first one who got it without having to have some special, oh look at me, I'm famous, here, give me stuff. So, it has a very nice latch. You can open it up. And you can see right away, you can see the screen piece and the controller pieces. Wow, that's a really bright controller. This is like really bright. Look, compared to the back, that is a bright controller. Now, I did go to the demo, and I actually got to play with this a little bit. And what I've noticed is that the controller is much smaller than I thought it would be. I was expecting something, you know, pretty big. This is small. Look, if I hold it in my hand, it's about the length of my palm, which is shorter than a lot. I mean, it's probably the same width as a lot of consoles, but you don't really feel it as much. So you get the left and right parts. They're both different color, which it's okay. If they somehow have the option to have the opposite in the future, I would totally be into that. But for now, I don't think that's really going to be an option here. And of course, you do get the screen, which it's a very gorgeous touchscreen. It feels really good for once. It doesn't have that cheap, like plasticky feel like the Wii U does. And there's also the little kickstand, which you can pull up if you want to do, you know, single player like that. Little stand. Something else that's not apparent right away, but there is a micro SD slot. It's very hard to see, but it's right there in the back for memory upgrades and whatnot. And of course, you can slide in the controllers like so. And then you got yourself the handheld version of the console. Which, I wonder if it might just work like this. Well, let's see. Oh, so look, I'm turning it on and it already works. I didn't have to unbox the rest of it, and I was able to already use the console. Of course, I'm going to show a video on me actually starting and working the console. But I wanted to show that you could basically play this thing out of the box, which is pretty amazing. This is a handheld console right now. That's it. This is all this is, handheld. Well, let's show the rest of it, because obviously that's what we're here for. We want to see the whole thing, not just this. So for now, I'll turn this off. So I'm assuming it has the same power options if I just hold the button. I hope it turns off. Okay, it's not. Oh, there you go. So yeah, you just hold the power button and it'll turn off itself. Anyway, so we have this. You can also take out the controllers by pressing a little button in the back. And it comes out, and they become small controllers, either sideways or like the Wii, where they are little joysticks. Anyways, the next part. Well, we know wires, who cares? Power supply, who cares? The next piece is actually going to be the base for the handheld version of the controller for when you want to play on a television. And same like before, you just slide it in like this. And it slides in very nicely. And this is great for both TV mode and for prop mode when you want to prop this up and play. And as you can see, the controller is a decent size. I think the square shape kind of throws me off, so I'm used to like a more wider controller. But it still has a very nice hand feel. The buttons are in good spots. They have the joysticks offset, but that's because they want so you can play the controller sideways, and it'll be exactly the same mapping, like so. Which is great for multiplayer. But if you want to buy this whole thing, this and this, it's about 110 bucks for everything together, 80 and 30. So that's pretty pricey for a second controller. Which is why a lot of people might want to consider getting a Pro controller if they want to have just one more player. We also have this We have the strap for the actual base, I guess. No, wait, this is for... There should be two of these. Oh, here you go. These are for... So they also have the straps for the Joy-Cons, which work exactly the same way as they would everything else. You just click them in. So, go ahead and pop these in. Wrong way. They actually have... They're not omnidirectional, so you actually have to use the right one with each one. So, I think I was right before. Yeah, so right Joy-Con and the left Joy-Con. And now you have a controller with actual buttons on top. So this is the full controller mode, by the way. This gives you the shoulder buttons, you got your regular buttons, you got your joystick. That's really all you need for like most games. And you also have a plus and a minus button for menuing and everything. So now we have this without the base. This thing also has the ability to charge its consoles. Although, well, it says you can charge with this, but I don't see a port for it. Maybe I'll have to look for it. We'll look at the manual a little bit. Anyways, the last part of this is, of course, the base. This is the part that allows you to play on full 1080p on your television, HDMI. And it's simply just a box. Very simple looking. There's a few things on this I don't recognize off the top of my head. But you'll see if you open it up, there's a little hatch that lets you put in your different inputs. And it actually closes and leaves a little hole, which makes it very neat for packaging purposes. And this thing actually has 3 USB ports, one of them being a 3.0, because I can see the blue strip. And what we can do here is we can assemble this guy together. So, just kind of gets you to slide in. Of course, I have to do it correctly. Okay, let's see. There's like a little weird shape to it. Oh, here we go. So, the screen part faces the thinner part of the piece. So, it's like this. This will be the way it faces your TV. So, you can see the Nintendo Switch logo and my disgusting grease stains. And then, of course, the back has all the port information. Also, there's a tiny little vent hole for the actual console, which is this. This is the console. This is it. This is the smallest console in existence, and it comes to 1080p resolution and everything. If a PlayStation was this small, people would be shocked. Though the PlayStation does have more manpower, so that's acceptable. Now, a few things... The only thing really left is a single manual. That's it. This is a little pamphlet. And when you used to get the Wii U or the Wii, you get a fat book. They really want you to. They really want to sell the fact that this thing is very easy to use. And I'm trying to see if there's anything cool about the console that mentions. I don't think so. This is all just safety concerns and whatnot. I'm just going to make sure that the box is empty before I finish this video, and I guess it is. So, a few things I should probably mention. The power supply is another one of those Nintendo-only supplies, which is a pain. It looks like a micro SD, but it's actually cylindrical, or it's actually a clean oval. So this is going to be kind of an issue for people who want to get replacements. You have to go through Nintendo, most likely. And let's see. Oh yeah, we haven't actually talked about this. So, the actual console itself, which is this piece only, this is not. This is just a adapter. This allows you to go 1080p. That's it. That's a scale up. Or, oh, it's an interpreter. This thing will process your game for you either way. There's a little slot here for your game. This actually has chip-based games just like the 3DS. Which, funny enough, they actually designed these chips to have a special feature that no one... Well, they started putting this on the internet, but the chips actually taste like crap. Like, they have bitterants on them, so little children don't eat them, which I'm surprised they didn't do with the 3DS. I think that's kind of funny that this is the first time they thought, oh yeah, I should make the game so the kids don't eat them. That'd be good. Because these games are probably the size of an SD card. And when I do the unboxing video for Breath of the Wild, I'll definitely show off that, and I'll even taste test it to see how bad it tastes. Which Sounds stupid, but why not? I'm a big guy. I have to try things. Also, another thing I should mention is if you want to have the... Let me see here. You can actually... These Joy-Cons are not that easy to take off. Why can't... There you go. So these are pretty sturdy, but that's a bad thing too, because these are difficult to take off, in my opinion. They don't really have a... My God. I'm actually trying to open this. There's a little button in the back you're supposed to press. That's supposed to release it, but you have to press it really hard. And it keeps trying to find a console to connect to, which is pretty bad. Also, I should mention that you don't need these to have the S and L buttons. They're right there. So you don't really need them. So, slide in. So then you go from, of course, as you've seen in the video, you go from TV to console, or the TV, or handheld. Anyways, this has been my unboxing video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for the Zelda version. I'm also going to be doing a video on setting up the Nintendo Switch. Thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe. And my face might appear somewhere. I think over there it's going to be my face. And you can watch some videos. Over here. Over here. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Bye.